Welcome back to the 7th edition of the regular season and the 8th edition of Season 4. We have hit new milestones. I ain't know what to fucking do, man. I don't even know what to do no more. I mean, honestly, I'm just happy that I didn't off myself last week because things are looking up for the Lakeland booth right now. I didn't come to like some revelation, find happiness in myself or anything. I mean, I'm only alive because I'm too pussy to do it myself. So, last week was certainly something, wasn't it, huh? We all proud of our performances, huh? Christopher Dawes scored 65.1 points. I mean, he lost to Ruben by 96, guys. Can we just get some good Zilf has fallen to a 3-game drought after losing to Zach in a semi-close game, I guess you could say. It was 25 points. Trevor scored 74 and lost to Fennell by 40. Dogs playing poker, they lost by just 12. It was actually a good game. I mean, the game itself should not be understated. This guy hasn't had a starting running back in his roster for the last 2 weeks. And somehow he has stayed, we're going to say, competitive. Cody, after a solid 5-week run, is no longer undefeated. After Pickett dead, had a full team effort. I mean, once again, just back-to-back great weeks for this guy. He ended up beating him by 28. I mean, it was hard to deal with that firepower that he what's the word I'm looking for? Our game of the week came from formerly known as Pap Smear and ... After Ben started Jeff Wilson. He's on IR. He didn't play. Alex was still down by 11 points somehow, with just Keenan Allen left to play going into Monday. Unfortunately for Ben, Keenan Allen went absolutely insane early and ended with 21. Ben lost by just 10 in a heartbreaking Monday performance. Ben didn't really have many options, I will say. It's not fair for me to just shit on him for the Jeff Wilson thing, because I actually don't think there was a player he could have picked up in waivers that would have got him a win here. So, I mean, it's just unfortunate loss and a pretty mid game of the week. And finally, I beat Timmy. I'm officially 1-0 against him since the Jay Jetta trade, proving I actually won that trade. I didn't lose when I traded him Travis Etienne. So, get off my fucking... How we doing? How's it going? Alright, no more pictures. I'm on a bad mix of various pills right now. Before we get started, does one of you have my wallet? Does anybody have my wallet? I know one of you took my wallet. Which one of you has my wallet? You did, with your hands up. Yeah, you. Did you take my wallet?
No.
Then what the hell you got your hands up for?
I just had a question.
About what?
Well, you know, Timmy.
Timmy? Why? Does that son of a bitch have my wallet? So, yeah, we've never really made it this far in Fantasy Report. So, like the playoff picture is actually worth looking at, because it's very real right now. I mean, this week will mark the halfway point, so we are 1 game away from the halfway point at the start of making this. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at who's in. We're gonna go ahead and look at who's not in but is in the hunt. And you know what? We're even gonna point out key games because we could do this. I mean, this will be fun, guys. This will be fun. It'll feel like it could feel like a real report. Not just propaganda. This could be fun. Yeah, this is actually my first time looking at the bracket and realizing that it's a 6-team playoff still and not a 7, which, it makes no sense to me because, there's 14 of us and the whole halfway, it's whatever. So we have our obvious 1 and 2 with Cody and Alex taking a bye week. After that, it's Timmy, Communist, and Luke, all at 4 and 2, taking up the 3 through 5 spots. And the 6th spot is where it actually gets interesting for the playoffs, because JC has the same record as our 3 teams who are in the hunt. Currently, he has 697.22 points. The Boof is down by 26. He has 671.54 points. Couch is down by 42 with 655.74 points. And finally, we have Christopher, who's down 52, holding on to the final spot in the hunt with the 645.68 points that he currently has. Games to watch are easy. I mean, the Cody-Timmy matchup featuring the 1 seed versus the 3 seed will be interesting for sure. Just to see if Timmy's bench can keep him in the playoffs until Connor and Jay Jetta return. We have the possible future playoff matchup with the 5-seeded Luke Pickett's versus the 4-seeded Cheaters. It could have major implications on the playoff race, and it also could be exactly our first round matchup that we get to see. I mean, both teams are solid. Should be a good one. And finally, we have the 8-seeded Dogs on Couches going against Dot Times 2, who's currently the 2 seed. Couch is hoping to get a big win this week, as he might actually have one of his running backs active. I mean, we didn't even have a thought of an interview this week, as our restraining order with Fennell doesn't actually allow phone calls. So we're just kind of hoping to have that lifted next week and get the full story behind the Couch allegations. But until then, we reserved this spot for our brand new ad. You should be able to see it in the corner of the screen. There's hot single women in your area. They do want to fuck you. They want to have sex with you. So we got Clown of the Week. It was very close to going out to Ben, who picked up and started a guy on IR. Somehow I like that pickup still more than all of Zach's waiver pickups when he picked up and started a guy. I mean, at least he was rumored to come back. Regardless, he didn't get it. It actually goes out to Christopher, who scored less than Ben, even when Ben didn't start 2 running backs. I mean, he also scored less than Trevor, who lost his QB and had his flex score 0. I mean, I get you had some early injuries as well, but I mean, come on. 65? 65, Christopher? First off, we got the Lakeland Boof versus Dr. Dumbfuck. The Boof has an 80-20 advantage on this guy. It's not like... Look, this isn't like me shitting on Zach's teams. It's pretty low odds. But I'm pretty sure Zach has like 5 players on bye week. And it's going to be a really rough week for him. I don't even know if he has a full starting lineup right now. Next up, we got Trevor versus Rubo. Rubo holds the 68-32 advantage on Trevor. We got Dan versus Christopher. Dan is going to have the 60-40 odds on Christopher. I don't actually know how Dan has the 60-40 odds at this point. He is 1-5. I think it has more to do with fear. We got Cody versus Tim. Unfortunately, most of Tim's matchup, like his key players at least, are hurt still, and Cody's got the 64-36 odds on him. JC versus Ben, another case of the bye week. JC, we're giving you an 83-17 on these odds. I mean, I'm setting myself up for Clown of the Week right now, but again, I mean, Ben, it's not that his team is like horrid. I mean, he's 1-5. It is pretty rough, but like, I'm pretty sure he also has like 5 or 6 dudes on bye week this week, and it is just an unfortunate week for him. We got Fennell versus Luke, which is in my opinion, probably going to be the best game of the week. I got Fennell with the slight edge at the 52-48 odds. Finally, we got Alex versus Couch. This should also be a pretty close game, but I got Alex on the edge with the 54-46 odds over Couch. Alright, guys, well, you guys are disappointed. This was a short episode. But I do want to say, fucking deal with it. You know, I don't have 20 minutes of content every fucking week to give you. That's how the cookie rolls. The ball crumbles. Godspeed from the Cock and Ball Torch organization, and good luck to everybody, except for Zach. I hope he manages to at least put together a full roster before the game. Yeah, and I mean, I found this card in my dresser the other day. You know, it was fun. This is a good press conference. Before I go, which one of you has my car keys? Huh? I know you took my car keys.